Yep, that fast. Beast mode. Got it up so that way I can have more access to the wheel and the brake area. What I mean, brakes and stuff, and get everything in there. Now the only problem I am going to be working with, or problem I'm going to be working with, is now gravity. So it's going to be a lot more factor, but shouldn't be too bad. Stay tuned. Nope, not almost there, but you can see just gotta get it all in there, and get the journal bearings here, gotta get them on. They're sitting on the ground over there. There's 2 on each side of each, so juggling, keeping this straight, holding it, and the bearings, and this, and the bushings, and getting the rod all the way back through to this side, then juggling the same exact thing on the same exact side, the same exact time, and then add the chain. Has to be in the right spot, and everything comes through. If not, you have to do it all the way back out. So, not quite sure for any other personnel out there that I was saying about the video and doing this, but I'm not sure what skill level. I don't really rate them, because I don't consider myself an expert at none of this. I just do it somehow and usually make it worse. So I guess you got to have some kind of skill level, because it's going to take some kind of juggling act other than hands. I try not to do anything that makes me have to have more than one hand, because then then there's dependability, and I don't like that, because if I can't do something, I have to depend on somebody else. Stuff like this happens back here, you know, where it doesn't ever get the help that someone promises you. But anyhow, not a video on that. So it's coming along. Stay tuned. I'll keep you posted on the junk. I'm trying not to video all of it step by step, because I don't think anybody that watches any of my videos will care enough about the breakdown. So if you want it, I guess, send me an email or something to me saying you want me to tell you what I did or how to help anybody if you do it. This is the next thing, so I kind of wish I wasn't doing this right now. The only reason I'm going to go ahead and do it, I just want to ride it with the tire. And then I literally, yes, I know, within a matter of days, we'll be taking it all back out, changing this sprocket out, and doing it all back again in a couple of days. So, why? I do not know. Why would I do this to myself? I do not know. But I'm going to. Yes, I said that. Torture time. Got the chain on the inside, so that way when the bolt comes through, you can see there. And I put the other journal bearings on, another tensioner on. So I got that far. You can see here, and this is the other tensioner. So it'll go in there like that. Once I push this in further, see the journal bearing there, you got one there, the drum, the hub's all back, and I'm on this side. So not done, but it is kind of somehow coming together. I think I got a situation I gotta think. My main thing is verifying where the journal bearings go is going to be important. That's going to have a lot of play in how this chain is going to line up on this side. Very important, everybody. Don't make that mistake. Know which journal bearing goes where. And they may have a different name. I can care less. I know what I'm calling it, and you know what I'm looking at. So this, it's like a journal bearing. There's no beads in it, but it's still a bearing. And then you got to see on this side, because they act like a spacer while acting as still a floating, just basically like your rings on your piston, you know. So, but slightly for people to understand anyhow. So I got to make sure it's on the right side, because that's going to be that much off, that much play off, possibly, whatever direction. So make sure your bearings are good and lined up with your chain is good. So I'll probably have to go look at a couple of videos to see if I got actual footage before I go any further and find out but I'm gonna do it slowly. So as I tighten things and look and align, I'm gonna pay attention to where the alignment is. So even if I get to that point and I see something wrong, I'm gonna have to, you know, go back and forth. But I think it's looking pretty cool with that different tire. I think it's kind of looking a lot better than that knobby one that was on it. Where's the actual one? Oh, that's the front one. Yeah, that's the rear, because it's unmounted. Yeah, I got the tire off myself, everybody, if you're wondering. I did all that myself right there. But that portion I got done, and that was a pain in the butt. You and I get that done at a tire place where you would take your vehicle, because it has to be a certain diameter. It's at least 12 inches. The machine is not going to be able to do this size. So I had to go find another. It was an actual tire place, but it was like, it just happened to be able to do this kind of stuff, like a other just strictly tire. I don't know, it was kind of weird. It was a tire place, but they were able to do this. But I went to a lawnmower shop that they strictly do these, stuff like that, everything, tire, everything, rim, and same stuff. I get all my parts from a regular lawnmower shop, my chains, everything is a Harbor Freight or whatever. And then he was like, they can't even mount that. And I was like, how do you have a business doing this? That's the same thing as that. And he was like, no, we can't take it off the machine. I was like, what, or whatever. He couldn't do it. So it took me a minute to find a place to do this. He sent me to another tire shop. So it was a runaround to get this done. But it took the dude so long to do it, he actually didn't even charge me. Yes, he said it was going to take him about 30 minutes, and it ended up being about an hour and something. I can't remember, but it was a pretty long wait, and he just gave me the tire with the rim mounted, and it was like, he said, come back and see him again about something else, and he'll charge me then. So I think because it took so long to do something so simple, he didn't charge me, so that was pretty cool. So that's that, everybody. All right, so back to beasting this out. So, all right, everybody. I might have to let some of that out, but if y'all notice, be careful doing this, because boom, see that touching right there at the chain? Yeah, so I'm gonna have a little bit of issue with that. I don't know what I can do, because I just compared the tire. You can see how it looks a little off. The tire is a bit wider than this one. I'll show y'all. Man, it seemed like if I can do this right. But anyhow, I don't know if you could tell, but that wall sticks out a little further, but we'll see. This is the wheel project. Put it to the ground. Go get the young ones. Test it out, of course. I don't want to get them over excited and then it's all jacked up. I think that looks kind of way better than another tire, though. The bike looks way better compared to before, I think. A lot better. I want to see how it rides. Smell, I don't know. Pain in the butt rating? Yeah, it wasn't bad. You just make sure you know where your things are going. I'm thinking I still got something wrong, but it lined up somehow, so. But I may have accidentally got it right, I don't know. Just, that was all I had to do. I did all of this, and the problem I mainly ran into out of been done was this. Was on the other side right here. So when I went and it was all tightened up, I wasn't able to have this butted up to there like it should be, like that. So I did have to pull the whole axle back out, all of it, all the way back to the beginning, because I had to get all the way back out of here to re-put all this back in. So yes, I had it all done minutes ago, and then as soon as I went to do this one, I started tightening this side, and I went to check. Remember I was saying earlier about the tightening, and when I checked over here, I was like, nope. There was no way to get it over, and that's what mistake I ran into. So I had to redo that part. Would have saved myself some time if I'd have did it some other how, but I don't know. We'll see. Let me get this thing down. Let's get riding. Trying to make it look kind of like an old school bobber. That's what I want to do with a real motorcycle. I wanted to do a bobber. So I'm kind of doing it with this. I don't know if you know what a bobber is or if it's a flavor of yours, but kind of like how it came together. For a little pocket bike. Solid rim now. All black, street tire. Big block, 212, stage 2 kit. 52. That came with it. Be coming off soon. That front will be coming off. That little bumper thing will be just that. So stay on.